everyone is doing good today.
Always remember,
Jed?
you ain't first, you're last.
It's very true. And Jed, just for you, I got RES. I have no idea what it's going to do differently. Yeah, shake and bake. I haven't actually seen the movie, but those are the two things that I know. uh, Scroll down the page. Oh, it's infinite scroll. Okay, that's something. It does look a little bit different besides that, but I guess we'll find out. Ooh, that's different too. Okay. What was this? Solving for the zeros of a cubic? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I told him it's the cubic formula. Oh, haha. This is formatting for you. Okay, that's kind of nice. I'll give you that. Oh, and it even does the preview. Okay, okay. Um, oh wow. Okay, so when I write my novels of explanations, this view will come in handy, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, that is nice. You know, I did want to look back at that one thread that we were both working on, about optimizing the arc length. See if anyone else posted to it. Or I'm not sure if that person ever got back to your comment. I don't think I ever got a reply. Oh, I never uploaded them. Oh, okay, this person did reply to you. Oh, and you got back. Oh, okay. Continues as a condition. Well, the professor didn't write that. That feels like one of the things where you should just submit the non-continuous function, and it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission there. I feel like you would have a better case if you just submitted it without asking. Hey, Shep. I'm good. How about you? Yeah. Although I can understand why a student like wouldn't want to do that. I feel like they would be justified in doing it though. But oh well. Oh, click the image link? Okay, shoot. I'll go back. Wait, Control Shift T? Extremely tired? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's this one. Oh, okay, that's kind of nice. Oh, wait. Oh my, it can rotate. Okay, if I realized this, I would have done it way sooner. I would have been so lazy. This is, okay, huge. You went into work? Oh, that sounds like good news, right? Okay. This is really nice about being able to rotate them. You know, Jed, you are right. Help with profit maximization. Ooh. having fun if your head didn't feel like exploding. Oh, okay. That doesn't help then. I hope you feel better. I'm considering my life choices. Knock on, but I was not going to deal with the consequences of that machine breaking. Oh, okay. Those more because you felt like you had to rather than you wanted to. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. What is that supposed to mean? You did get to see the deep fried Oreos though. Oh, okay. That's something. I So we don't know the full context of this problem. Let's plug this function in, or no, sorry, the initial function into Wolfram and just see how this cubic looks. 1.5x cubed minus 9x squared plus 2160x minus 817.5. So for the sake of profit, well, I'm assuming that Q is the number of units being made, or maybe the price. In either case, we wouldn't consider making a negative number of units or a negative price. So we restrict ourselves to the positive part of the domain. And yeah, the maximum here does happen around 20. Insulting American food. Yeah, that sounds like you. Part of deep fried things. Your grandma was like, I know someone. I, it sounds gross, but deep fried Oreos are actually good. I don't know what to tell you. And so they do the derivative here correctly. Set it equal to 0. They should not get negative 24 for the x, though. They should get x equal 20 or something. Started this week. Yeah. Yeah, so Jed, Shep messaged me a picture of deep fried Oreos that I guess like a friend of her grandma's, right, had made. And you know, of course to her they're gross, but to me they looked pretty delicious. I've only ever had deep fried Oreos once in my life though. So what are the zeros of this parabola? Well, a lot of us aren't if you look at our eating habits. It's a bit of a problem. But what we lack in longevity, we make up for in quality because we're eating deep fried things and feeling happy. Oh, it's not 24 comma 20, it's x equal 24 and x equal 20. So let me, okay, this person's professor seems kind of like a jerk. Let me, I need to spread the good work of or the good word of Paul's online notes. Um, let's see if there's one that's actually, oh, actually business applications. Let me, deep fried dill pickles. Oh, actually, I have actually tried those, and they weren't too bad either. Ribs. I haven't heard of ribs though. Cannolis. Aren't the, I guess the wrapping of cannolis already deep fried or something? I don't know. I've only ever had one, I think. Mousse, pineapple, shrimp and grits, Korean sushi rolls. I never heard of Korean sushi rolls. Hot cocoa. Ooh. Pop-Tarts. That sounds a little gross though, but pumpkin pie, deep fried pizza. Okay, this is basically their problem. Ooh. Because deep fried things are just delicious. They're not healthy, but they're great. Points. Um, at x equals minus 24 and x equals minus 20 correctly. The only issue was in choosing which one to take. You know, I don't think you said what Q represents, but it probably doesn't make sense. Number of items produced or selling price. But either way, probably doesn't make sense to have a negative value for it. So we take the positive value with x equal 20. I think a few years back they're selling deep fried sticks of butter. I have heard of deep fried butter. I've never tried it though. Dude, funnel cakes uh, are also really good, but they like, I feel like they're bad for you on another level where you can just feel it in your digestive system, like going through it. All right, afterlife, here I come. Yeah. Like I don't feel good after eating that sort of stuff, but I do feel good while I'm eating it. That's the issue that with fried foods. Second derivative. At the initial. See the maximum. Or looking at the signs for the first derivative. That's another way you can show that it's a minimum or a maximum. You make a sign chart using the first derivative, and if it goes from minus to plus, it's a minimum, and if it goes from plus to minus, it's a maximum on either side of the critical point. Which, I mean, it's probably a bit easier than getting the second derivative. Helpful resource I like to share with calculus students is this website. It goes over pretty much all of calculus. Great explanations, example problems. The linked page is to the linked page has examples similar to your problem. Okay. And we can submit the link in the preview. You can even test my link in the preview. That's nice. Okay. Hopefully this person is they feel better about their life choices. I keep getting the wrong answers. This person asked what answers have they gotten. That's fair. Is it going to give me an option to rotate? No. It's cool. Might be able to guess what their problem was. Transform, rotate. It always highlights it for the first thing that annoys me. Okay. Temperature drops, then rises again. The rate of change of the temperature during the hour and a half after the thunderstorm began is given by that. Okay, so this function is rate of change, this cubic. So for A, you just use the normal average value formula. 1 over b minus a times the integral from a to b of your function. Temperature is 95 at the time the storm began. What was the average temperature during the next? So for that one, they're asking about the average temperature rather than the average rate of change of the temperature. So you have to integrate that cubic function. You're going to get a quartic, but that's okay. And that's the actual temperature. Plug in your initial condition with h equals 0, t equals 95. And then you do the same 1 over b minus a formula. So let's refresh and see if we can go away. I guess I'll link them. Paul? I need you, Paul. Wonder if it'll be an application? Yep. I meant to do that as a link. Your icon on the top right. I assume in RES settings, there'll be subreddits. Oh no, I just lost my comment. Oh well, it's fine. Oh no, I didn't lose it. Subreddits. There. Hey, Storm. Oh, really? If there's an easy way for you to share, it'd be interesting to see. But if it's too much of a pain, then I understand. Uh, subreddit manager. Oh, you did say after I finished my comment, but thankfully I didn't lose my thing. I can see the background. Hope you're doing good, Storm, by the way. Scroll down a bit to the link. Ah, okay. I don't, I'm just gonna get rid of these profiles. No idea. Random, my random NSFW. I'm okay with that being off. I mean, I'm only concerned about the top part there. Okay. Those are, oh, really? Okay, I mean, I was turn them all off. I don't like see them on the top there, but okay, sure. I do? Oh, okay, I'm just blind. Um, it was T of H, right? Okay. But for the second problem, they're asking for the average value rather than the average rate of change. Okay, so this is the most of the hint I'm going to give them, I think, because they didn't post their attempt. Make sure my link works. Yep. And then let's refresh and see if these go away. They do. Okay, thank you, Jed. I do have a reply. Let's see what it is. Okay, so this person does have the average value formula. Well, okay. This isn't a great reason to assume that the answer is negative. So let me scroll back up to the problem here. Is RES gonna... It's not gonna let me rotate it. I don't know why it let me rotate the other ones, but not this. $270. Okay. So they have a function. T of H is the rate of change of the temperature during a thunderstorm. T is in Fahrenheit, H is in hours. So I think it's okay to give them the setup for the first problem here. They didn't post their attempts or anything, so I don't want to give things away, but they are engaging on this problem. So let's at least give them the setup for the first one. So rate of change of temperature over the first 1.5 hours of storm. Of change, so we can plug everything into the formula as is. we'll have 1 over 1.5 minus 0 times the integral 0 to 1.5 of, I'm not going to write out the entire function, 9.44 h squared, or h cubed, minus 15 point, 54 h squared. I'm just going to do a little ... because I'm lazy, dh. Actually, I feel like I should write out the entire thing for this person. I don't want, I feel like I could confuse them more if I do a ... It's only 2 more terms. 17.37h. Wait, is that minus or plus though? Plus. Minus 9.99. Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. I got another reply. It's probably to that same thread. Let's look at that. Ah. Shoot. Like, how do I... They're doing integration and they're new to calculus? Or maybe it's just like the first like calculus class. They're still new to this. The great thing about creating a great attack with something in mind is that you get tunnel vision. Don't look for better things. Yeah. How's it going, Budib? You might enjoy it. I have a new sound alert. Yeah, I think Budib is talking about chess.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
So, there you go. Just demolished a guy, but missed a simple mate in 3. Oh, dude, I'm never good at spotting mates if I'm not expecting one. Technically correct, yeah. So, how do I explain how to use this formula other than what I already said? I need to... I might need to take a picture of the whiteboard.
You
like
are
actually
technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Okay, so I guess we just need to draw this out on the whiteboard for the person, I think, and we'll take a picture of it. First, let's make sure. Okay, I don't think anyone else has responded. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna blank out my browser completely. Oops.
You are technically correct.
God
The best
forbid.
kind of correct.
It's gonna go through all those channel points. To be fair, you probably have a good amount though. Wrong answer. Yep. 0 to 1.5. I didn't give myself enough room. I can fit it. You don't have that much? Oh, okay. Well, I think for channel points, that is a lot. At least for at 500 bucks or 500 points, you can do a good amount of sounds there. Okay. And I guess maybe I'll give them the first term, how it integrates. Um, 9.44 times 3. It's not mental math for me. What did I just do? I did something. $28.32. Okay. Should I maybe draw it out though? Let's draw it out even more. Okay, and then I'll give them like the next step after that. 28.32 h to the fourth. Okay. And then let's use a different color. To show kind of the flow of things. Okay. You should focus on reaching a reasonable mature level in chess with the England as your main response to d4. That's an option. But I mean, I don't know, would it be better to learn like a real opening that isn't um like known to be bad if someone knows what they're doing? I'm taking a screenshot of my thing right now. I don't know if my screen freezes. Want to do that or what? But I have my screenshot. Um, I mean, but I don't remember the lines now, but I have a hard time remembering the lines honestly, even though I learned how to deal with the England. I can't remember it now. So I just, like the moves that I naturally want to play aren't good against the England. Just give me a minute, because I have to get this image uploaded to something. Imager. Okay, so even you think that the England stinks. So I mean, you do whatever you enjoy, I guess, but Um, why are you telling me that? Or like, that's not helpful to this person. Oh, sorry, you guys couldn't see. This comment, I don't think it's really helping. Wait, so this imagery link works, right? Is it being marked as mature? No, it's not. Okay, good. You can't stop playing it. Oh, you don't play that Rapid or Classic games? Oh, okay. If you enjoy it, then I guess more power to you. You know, I just realized I didn't actually remove the metadata from this file. I don't think it actually matters. I assume Imager deletes it on its own, but I figure it's just a good step to do for myself. Sorry about those. All right, is this going to get marked as mature? Oh, wait. So this does get marked as mature. Maybe it's because I removed the metadata. That's why Imager thinks it's mature. That's weird. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna not remove it. So I should also just look up whether Imager removes it on its own. But I'll do that later. Um, you can do its methods to estimate the integral without having to actually do it, but I doubt that's the point of this problem. If you don't know how to integrate, this problem is too advanced, and you should go back and learn that first. The website I linked initially has good explanations for that too. You know how to integrate. They're just having trouble getting started. I drew out the first few steps for the first term. The other terms can be integrated similarly. For some reason, Manager ranks it as 18 plus. It's just math and nothing weird. Okay. This person might have just been off more than they can chew with having an average value problem where they don't know how to integrate, but I guess we're getting to the bottom of that. Solve for a. 4 times a plus 3 equals 12 plus 4a. Your answers are, or the possible answers are -3, -1, no solution, and all real numbers. Okay, we can do this. Let me erase this on the board right now. Okay. Well, probably Maxi, but let's show why. Oh yeah, I see why, but uh, equals 12 plus 4a. So what I would say to do this first, Dorkside, Maxi kind of spoiled it, but let's see how to actually get there. um, I would start by distributing this 4. I would want to get rid of the parentheses here, and we do that by distributing the 4 inside. So if you're familiar with how to do they basically take the 4, multiply it by the a, and then you take the 4 again and multiply it by the 3. So 4 times a is just 4 times a. 4 times 3 is 12. And then the right side stays the same. As we start with, okay, good. And now we get all the a's on one side, everything else on the other side. Well, I mean, even from here, you can see these are basically the exact same thing, but we want to like really boil it down. Let's subtract 12 from each side. And we'll subtract, let's do it in 2 steps, just to not be so quick about it, I guess. So we subtracted 12 from each side, and they both go away. We can subtract 4a from each side, and they'll both go away too. And we just get 0 equals 0. This statement is true. 0 does equal 0. And so you don't have to go like all the way down to this step. Even from this step, you could have seen that these two things are exactly equal to each other. And no matter what you plug in for a, that statement is true. And so that's why it's all real numbers. Because you can plug in anything you want for a, and you will always get a true statement from any of these steps. From the first step, from this step, from this step. Even for this last step, 0 equals 0, even though there is no a. If you got something like 0 equals 1 after you did all this, that's not true. And that's when you say it's no solutions. You get it? Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, it's really just an interpretation thing. Yeah, Maxi is saying it's true. Next one's much harder. Okay, yeah, there's a twist in this one. Let's try it though. So we can still do the same exact procedure as last time here. Let me get a darker marker. This one is dying on me. I'll use red. One third, 21 minus 3a equals 6 minus a. Okay, and a similar setup of solving for a. I'm not sure why it's poorly defined. It might be. Oh, I think I see why you're saying it's poorly defined. Oh, I see with that. I assume it's like this. I don't see why. I don't think this is going to be it in the bottom, but I'm pretty sure the problem is like this. So let's do the same exact thing as before. Even though it's a fraction, we can still multiply it in the exact same way. So this time I won't do it mentally. I'll do 1/3 times 21 minus 1/3 times 3a. Then the right side stays the same. And then 1/3 times 21, it's the same as 21 divided by 3. So basically you multiply across the top and you multiply across the bottom. The 21 has an invisible over 1 there. And this division we can actually do it in our next step. Same thing over here, 3 over 1 and 1 over 3. So we get 3 over 3. 3 over 3 is going to reduce down to 1 because it's the same on top and bottom. Hey, Bombax. The time to give me some help, yeah. I can't stop coming back to it, man. I need it. I'll read that in a second, Budib. And so now 21 divided by 3, I just know that that's 7. Because 3 times 7 is 21. And then 3 divided by 3 is just 1, and 1 times a is just a. Is equal to 6 minus a. Get my fix today, but you need help. And that song you linked to me, Bombax, is gonna get stuck in my head too, because it's really nice. Exactly, Dorkside. That's the perfect thing. No solution, yeah. Because if something is 7 minus a, it can't also be 6 minus a, no matter what you do. It's actually, we do get 1 equals 0 here, like I said for that last one. You're done with the natural number game. It's also a fun game called the homotypy type theory game. Yeah, that does sound complicated. I was only skimming it. Okay. So yeah, that's perfect, Dorkside. Oh, and I hope I didn't erase that too soon. If you need to see it, there is the VOD, I guess. That song from Spirited Away, Bombax, that you sent me. Or you said too soon? Yeah, teachers always do. Okay, yeah. Tell me once you're done, and I can tell you what if you're right or wrong. In the meantime, I'll keep on looking around online for just random questions to do. Yeah. I mean, I guess the nice thing, like, you know, even if I do erase too soon, unlike a classroom, this at least has like a VOD where you can like rewind it. Actually, there was one student in my university classes who would show up to class with a little like camera and tripod, um, just so that he could like record it, I guess, and go back through, which is kind of smart. I hope that, you know, I didn't actually see, but I assume he did ask for like permission to do that. But yeah. So the following statements here is true. The slope of the horizontal line passing through -1 and 0. That seems true to me. Because a horizontal line always has slope 0, doesn't matter what point it passes through. B cannot be true, that's a vertical line, and x equals something. Yeah, that's the song that Bombex and me are talking about. What do they mean what to do after that? Yeah, it's only one, so in theory, like when you see that A is true, all these others should be false. For C, this slope is -3/2. You have to do some algebraic manipulations on it. I don't know what this... Hmm. after that, only one of these statements true, and A is the correct choice. Because its value never changes. Y equals a number this through is irrelevant. A thing to be cautious of is that vertical lines, x equal a number, don't have slope 0. You can say they have infinite slope. I don't really like that though. Name for that song, and it's so. Oh shoot! I should have reminded you of it. Sorry. I just thought like the singer of it was so good. I mean, we think of them as kind of having infinite slope. Goes straight up and down. So I hope this helps the person. I hope I interpreted their question correctly. Undefined. That might actually that's better than infinite. I was searching for a way to avoid the word infinite, and that's a better thing. And I think the rest of it is kind of fine. Like, I think of them as having an undefined. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, so dork side. You never hate getting songs like good. Okay, good. 6x equals 2x plus 48. You have to solve for x. First, you subtract 48 on both sides. Oh, no. We're mixing our x terms with our non-x terms. Um, Sorry, I'm looking at a bomb X with the lyrics. I definitely don't. Do you just remember the lyrics, or are you like copying them down? If we have 6x equals 2x plus 48. Copy paste. Okay, I was like, dang, you got that like down. Oh, no worries, dork side. So you did 48 from each side. It sounds like. So that does equal 0 there. But over here, the 6x minus 48, like these, the 6 has the x, and that x means that these two numbers don't subtract. At least not in the way that you did it. Like all we can say is that 6x minus 48 is 6x minus 48. That x there means we can't do 6 minus 48 or anything like that. So how I would go about solving this problem is This 2 does have an x, so these two numbers are allowed to interact. So let's subtract the 2x from each side. These cancel, and then in this case, because they both have x's, we are allowed to do 6 minus 2 equals 4 equals 48. And then from here, the only step remaining to solve for x is to divide by 4. Because we need to get the 4 away from the x, so we divide by 4. So x is equal to 12. There's a one-step way, Maxi? Someone who covered it? Ooh, cool. I'm cooking. I don't get like copyright ding, but I'll definitely take a look at it afterwards. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, to me it still counts as 2 steps because you have to do the divide by 4, but yeah, that does seem like the most efficient way to do this one. Oh, okay. Let's get this one too. Unless you want to try it for yourself first, or do you want to go right into it with me? They do seem to like throwing the fractions in there to mess with you. Nothing to help? Okay. No worries. Two x minus 4 over 5 equals x plus 4. All right, so the strategy with these is generally always the same in those. Oh, no, wait. Now you're cooking. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you for saying that. I thought you had an idea, but I see. 2x minus 4 over 5, like a big fraction. Okay. Thank you, Maxi. I was just gonna type that out. So if it's like that, like the way that Maxi wrote it is like the best way to show that in typing, using the parentheses. So for this one, yeah, the thing that's probably tripping up is the big fraction here. So I would get rid of this on our first step. And we get rid of the 5 on the bottom by multiplying 5 on each side on the top. So multiply this side by 5, multiply this side by 5. Remember, there's like invisible parentheses here, so we are going to have to do some distribution, but that's okay. So the 5 here and the 5 here will cancel because you have it on top and bottom. So we just get 2x minus 4 on the left. And then we distribute the 5 in here. 5x plus 20. Because 4 times 5 is 20. And then from here, it's like a problem that we've done before. So do you want to try it from this step, or do you want me to take it home? Unless I went too fast on that fraction busting, as it's sometimes called. Am I a rocket science major? I majored in applied math. So I had to do like calculus and differential equations and a lot of things. For like this type of math, you have to. This is like a small part of a very big problem, so you have to get very quick with this if you do a calculus class. I majored in beard grooming. Yeah. Yes. So we still do need to find x here, but it's a much more like normal looking problem. Right. So do you know what to do from here though? I'm still happy to show it. I just didn't want to like take away from you if you want to try it first. Um, in this case, we want to do subtraction, but that's the right idea that we want to like get the x's together. We want subtraction here because the terms are kind of still like we still have a plus or a minus on each side. And so if we do division, we're gonna get the division is last. That's the best thing to remember. So I'd start off with subtracting the 2x from each side just to avoid negative numbers. We could subtract the 5x too, but then we get a negative 3x, and it just looks a bit more ugly to me at least, but either way it's valid. So if we subtract the 2x from each side at least, this becomes 0, so we still have a negative 4 there. 5x minus 2x is 3x, and the plus 20 stays the same. Do 2x? Okay. And then from here, just 2 more steps. So we want to deal with the constant terms, as we call them, that don't have x's, so the negative 4 and the 20. One more step before we divide. Okay, yeah, wait. You tell me here. Subtract the 20. Perfect. Perfect. So these become 0. Negative 4 minus 20 is minus 24 because a negative minus a number, they basically add and stay negative, is equal to 3x. That stays the same. Watch this more often. It was the 90s and it's been well, yeah. Yeah, it's easy to get rusty if you don't do it all the time. Now you divide the 3x, yeah. Your favorite step, dividing. And we divide, well, technically we don't divide by 3x, we divide just by 3. So it's a little like technically correct thing, but we want the x to stay there, so we divide just by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8, and we still have a negative sign in front.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Thank you, Budib. So yeah, saying they're dividing by 3x is like, it's fine, but you might get dinged by like your teacher if you say dividing by 3x rather than dividing by 3. So I just want to like warn you of that. Negative 8 is final? Perfect, yeah. And yeah, as Jed said, if you're ever like taking a test and you're not sure about your answer, you're definitely allowed to take your final answer and plug it into the very first step, and you should get a true statement. But you're right, negative 8 is the final answer, and if we felt like it, we could definitely like plug it into the initial thing and make sure it works. But it's up to you if you want to see that. Ready for the big drop? Hit me with it. Up to the teacher if he wipes the board too soon. Yeah. Yeah, like for me, like a lot of stuff I learned during my major, I'm really rusty on now too. Like I want to like review it, but it comes up so little even with this math stream that like I've just forgotten a lot of stuff that I learned. I'm curious about this one problem that I was looking at a second ago online. While we wait for Workside to type it. You write it all down? Okay, let's type it. Wait, you miss it? Yeah. So some students would be good about going like, oh wait, not yet. But yeah, but then it creates like an awkward situation. The teacher's kind of like standing there. Another way to keep this fresh in your mind: have kids. Yeah, Chad. You've had to do like all the geometry and stuff you mentioned, right? Go to a stream where we study like algebra or something. That's true. Might be helpful to do stuff like that. Maybe for I assume I won't be able to do math streams like this over the winter. So maybe something like that will be helpful. Or at least for like, you know, maybe December to January-ish, the math streams will have to slow down. Wait, you're sorting? All right, so we got a few Whoa. Wait. We have 2 equal signs? Or is that supposed to be a minus sign? So, okay, there's a few different ways to write this. So I'll try to write this and oh, okay. Maxi has me. Okay. I'll write it the way that Maxi did it, and Dorkside, you say if it doesn't match. 15x plus 20. Minus 7x. Oh! Bombax, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Dorkside. I really appreciate that. Got the Zoidberg alert. Oh!
I'll stick you in my prayers. A fine dark soul to you.
Bombax, you're too nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry, because I don't know like what else to say, but that really does help me out a lot.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Thank you. I need more ways to say thank you. Thanks for the follow, Dorkside.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Thank you, Bombax. You just got me my sub goal. I think I get more emote slots now. One more. Diakuyu equals thank you in Ukrainian, is that? Thank you in different languages? Well, Diakuyu. Thank you in different languages? Yeah. Sorry, Dorks, I just let's see the thing that like of this. And then I promise you I'll get to your question. So you know, I can't just say thank you in English. That's not good enough. Oh, except my browser takes forever. There we go.
Ah, fragile.
Oh, you're keeping on going?
Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, man. Or should I say gracias, or merci, or grazie, or danke? Or danke schon. Schon? Thank you kindly? And for you, Dutch, yeah? Dankjewel? Dankjewel? I'm assuming? Probably butchering that, but obrigado. I've heard that one on Sunny's stream. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try it with that. Okay, these are getting more complicated now. Oh, okay. They give the phonetic spasiba. But you're too generous, Bombax. Thank you so much. Oh, is that Swedish? Close enough? Hell yeah, I'll take it. I wonder if this one has Swedish and if it'll tell me how to pronounce it. Taksamiket? if I am pronouncing like those the English. But I appreciate you.
They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said, welcome aboard.
you, you just broke my activity feed. That's how many you gifted. I have to refresh it. Is it gonna work? Okay. Oh gosh, it's not even working now. Thank you. Yeah, the thing that I used to like see follows and gift subs. It's not even all like showing up now. Activity feed. I probably said it wrong. Yeah, let me. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Dorkside. But thank you so much, Bombax. I was literally just thinking about like what the heck I'm gonna do with the stream. There's like what I'm going to get next and all that stuff. So that really does help me out a lot because there's a lot of things that I would like to do with the stream, and that's gonna help me out with like getting a tripod for my iPhone that I use as my camera and things like that. So Bud Laska. Oh, okay, I can handle that. Now I don't have to pay tax. You have to pay tax up until a pretty decent amount, as far as I know. Like you have to make like $1,000 in a year for me or something like that. Can update my dots projector. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for the extra emote slot that I have now. Actually, I get like I think maybe 1 or 2 regular emotes and 1 animated emote. So if anyone has emote ideas, I'm all ears because I don't have that many. But Bud is pronounced more like Bood. Oh, Budlaska, like that, or Budlaska, Bud, good, Budlaska. Okay. um, Budlaska. Okay. I think I get it. um, but okay. Dork, it looks like you're still here. So let me for this one. Oh gosh. I actually have to think now. But okay. I tried. That's a thought that counts. For anime, you should have a worm crawling through an apple. Oh, that's kind of teacherish, right? Huh. My activities feed still isn't showing everything, so if someone does just follow something, I might not get you immediately. Yeah, you kind of just broke my brain a little bit. I think I think the easiest way to start with this one that will be the nicest for most people to solve is you're eating carrot cake, the real kind of. Is the American perversion not real? Is there another way to do carrot cake? Oh, they do go evenly. Okay. So, you're right, Jed. I had actually misread that. Or I thought that it wouldn't go evenly, but it actually does. So, Dork, there's two different approaches we could take to this problem. Technically carrot cake still, but it looks so weird. Okay. Best veggies eaten all day. Dude, carrot cake is awesome. It gets too much hate. Um, so yeah, we have 2 options here. And I'll just go through the way that Jed said first. Your brain breaks looking at this thing. Well, let's just take it one step at a time. Let's distribute the fractions in to each of the parentheses, and the math does work out, so it's not too horrible. So let's start out with the 4/5 into these parentheses. And I'm going to write this out step by step because fraction math is hard. So all I've done here is I distribute the fraction to each of these terms, and we'll figure out the actual math in the next step. The minus 7x stays the same because it's outside the parentheses. The 5/6 we'll do the same distribution with. 5/6 times 12x minus 5/6 times 24 plus 6. Okay. So hopefully this distribution part you're okay with. Let's look at dividing the actual like fraction math now. And I promise you it looks bad, but it won't be that bad after this next step. So, because we get cancellations. When you have common factors on the top and on the bottom, you're allowed to cancel them. And 5 goes into 15. So we're allowed to basically divide each of these by 5. So 5 divided by 5, becomes 1. 15 divided by 5 becomes 3. And so really what we have is 4 times 3 on top and 1 times 1 on the bottom. And so that's what Jed said when he means it goes in evenly, or when he says that. You don't need to put parentheses around the first part. We got rid of the parentheses by distributing, if that's the part that you meant, Bombax. Don't we put the parentheses that were around the 15 and 20? Oh, yeah, okay, so I just answered your question. But yeah, when you distribute the fraction inside, you can get rid of the parentheses. Yeah. So that's the only reason the parentheses exist, is basically to show that distribution. So once you've actually done it, you're allowed to get rid of them. Okay, so I wasn't going too fast with this fraction math with the 3 and the 15 canceling. The same thing happens here because 5 goes into 20, so we divide each of them by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 4 times 4 on top, 1 times 1 on the bottom. Oh shoot, I didn't write the 4 times 3. Sorry. 4 times 3 is 12, we still have the x. Then coming over here, we have 4 times 4 over 1 times 1, so it's just 16. The 7x stays the same. And then the same thing is going to happen with these next two fractions. So 6 goes into 12, so we divide each of them by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 5 times 2 on top, 1 times 1 on the bottom, it's 10. We solve the x. Over here with this last fraction math, we have 6, and 6 does go into 24, so same exact thing. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 24 divided by 6 is 4. And we have the invisible over 1 still. So we have 5 times 4 is 20. Over 1 times 1 is 1, so I don't write it. And then plus 6. You getting where this is going? Okay, good. Sorry, Bombax. 4 times 4 is on the top, and then 1 times 1 is on the bottom. So the numerators multiply the numerators, the denominators multiply the denominators. So 4 times 4 over 1 times 1 is 16 over 1, and I just don't bother writing the over 1 part. You don't think you ever use the notation this way? Oh, yeah, it's the way that I was taught it. I don't think, it might not, it probably isn't taught like that everywhere though. You don't have to do this cancellation part, but it does make it a lot easier, because otherwise you have to do 4 times 20 and then divide it by 5, and the numbers get big. That's all good. All right, so you're getting where this is going, dork side, so let's keep going with this problem. So now, both these sides have simplifications that we can make, because we have a 12x and a minus 7x. So let's do that math. 12x minus 7x. 12 minus 7 is 5, so we end up with 5x. The plus 16 stays the same because the 16 can't interact with the x terms. Over here, we have one x term, and then two constant terms. Negative 20 plus 6, we have to remember the minus sign there. The 10x stays the same. And negative 20 plus 6 is negative 14. Because you do 20 minus 6, and then you keep the negative sign. It might not have existed in the 90s. Maybe. I imagine it's taught differently depending on the country, too. But I don't know. Okay, and then from here, this is like problems that we were doing earlier. Addition of phonemes is associative. That's why. Oh, Buddha is again technically correct, but I didn't even see that at first. But yeah, Buddha's making things fancy, but we don't have to worry about that associative rule. And Maxi's making it even more complicated, but we don't have to worry about that either. but Maxi is right. Oh yeah, that's true. Got the nerd emoji, yep. Okay, so from here, this is a much more normal problem. Let's subtract the 5x's from each side, so we get 10x minus 5x. The 16 stays the same, that becomes 0. 10x minus 5x is 5x, and the minus 14 stays the same. Now let's bring the 14 to the other side. Because it's minus 14, we have to do plus 14 to each side. So 16 plus 14 is 30. The 5x stays the same. And now we do your favorite step, which is dividing each side by 5. 5's cancel. 30 divided by 5 is 6. Equals x. Dividing, yep. OTL Carlos, feel free to post your problem. If it's easier to put a screenshot, you can, add. I'll re-explain this in a second. So yeah, we get 6. All right, Dorkside, thanks so much for coming by. Yeah, and please feel free to come back. hope you have a good day. Oh yeah, so Carlos, if you're back now, if you can, you can feel free to type out the problem in chat there, and thanks for the follow. Or if you join my Discord, it might be easier if you put a screenshot. I have like a math questions channel. Because for geometry, they usually use pictures, but if you do prefer to just use Twitch chat, that's fine too. Meantime, what is happening with my activity feed? Let me close it and reopen it. Okay, well, it's just being incomplete, but that's fine. Teacher's gonna kill you? Oh, okay. Are you in class? Oh, yeah, this is better if you're not in class currently. Yeah, I might cut off the stream within the next hour, but I might close up shop for math within the next hour. But if you are able to get back within an hour, I can definitely help you out. Or if not, I do these 3 times a week, so hopefully there's another time. Or if you want, you can actually just post a problem. You can post it in the Discord, and I'll just message you. Yeah, or someone will help. Well, I guess you better watch your back, Skirtle. There can only be one math streamer. I'm not gonna do this trapezoid rule one. It's so hard to read. I think you want to stream Daisy. Yeah, I mean, I can just wait for you to like get into a car and you'll take care of yourself apparently in Daisy. Some other languages have some streamers. Yeah, a middle schooler streaming this class. Really? That's interesting. Wait, they didn't post. Oh, I guess we don't need. That is the entire question. Okay, so I was a little afraid because they said college algebra, and so I wasn't sure what kind of algebra they meant, but it's not the insane like linear algebra group theory stuff. Something's an innocent-looking college algebra class, like there'll be a course named something innocent like college algebra, and you find out it's actually like really advanced math. But this is just regular algebra, it seems. Just one game with the queen sack line on the England. Oh, I can't believe I lost that opening. Yeah, I didn't know there was a queen sack. College algebra means high school algebra done in college. I guess so. I don't remember how my classes like called it, but actually we probably I don't remember what our like group theory class is called. Oh, it was abstract algebra, yeah. But like abstract algebra, I had no idea what that meant. It's not just algebra, it's abstract algebra, yeah. So this person is kind of, they didn't post their attempt. And they put 4 different problems here. So we're definitely not going to give them the answer. We can give them hints. I've never heard of it being called modern algebra. Universal algebra? Very strange abstraction. Okay. Even more abstract algebra. So if something costs $13,000 and it's marked up by 40%, we need to like reverse engineer it to get. Oh wait, no, we don't reverse it. This is the cost. Okay. It's weird to call it the cost, I guess. It should be like cost of production, I feel like. But if it costs $13,250 to make whatever this thing is, and then you mark it up by 40% before you sell it, you basically are increasing this amount by 40%. You do that by multiplying by 40% plus 1, so 1.4. Okay, let me make sure no one's beat me to the punch here. I should look at all of them, right? Elementary algebra is the word for high school algebra. Okay. Yeah, for me, like someone who has no idea what linear algebra was, when I took a linear algebra class, I was like, what the hell is this? Why is everything in a matrix? Because like, I guess when you're a student, you're just told like, oh, you have to take these classes to get your degree with no further explanation. And linear algebra just sounds like, y equals mx plus b to me. It still does. Even though I know why it's linear, but yeah. I want to ask this person if they know how to like work with percents. Yeah, that's true. Booted. It's affine? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that distinction then. I've heard like apping before, but must be 0. Oh, okay. But someone wasn't like taking a linear algebra class. It just sounds like mines. I want to ask this person if they know how to work with percents without sounding condescending. Wait, what's this about? Just showing that everything is equally spaced? Wait, but this isn't drawn to scale. This should be a perfect square. Wait, what? If each of these side ones are length 1/2, they add up to 1. And if each of these top sides are a quarter, they also add up to 1. So why is it not even? Like, it should just be... Wait, Oh, okay. I was interpreting this incorrectly, I guess. Okay, yeah, it's not literally measured as a half or as a quarter, but as a half of the height or as a quarter of the length, and the height and length might not be equal. That's really ambiguous to me, but that explanation at least makes sense. And it's definitely not 0.5%. I think I'm not quite sure they got the half. So I guess the pink ones are the shaded region, and you need to do the unshaded. I don't know if you need to do anything tricky. I don't think you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 8 total, and 5 out of 8. But you do need to convert 5 out of 8 to a percent. Because 5 out of 8 on its own isn't a percent. Well, it kind of is, but not really. Everything looks unshaded. Oh, is it too small maybe? But like there's 3 like pink squares. Not even the combinatoric. You could do a combinatorics with that, right? I guess there'd be no point. The screen has LEDs. It is kind of like a light shade pink. I don't know. There's only one combination, I guess. Because, okay, these two are very similar. This one is its own thing, and the last one is its own thing. They all relate to percents in some way, though. So for the first one, I boiled down questions these two. Well, let me not go right to that. Oh, I feel bad, but like I'm not like I miss jokes that people say in chat because I'm just like trying to think about too many things at once. So I'm sorry if I butchered your joke. Question basically becomes actually I shouldn't do it the way that I was going to. You want to increase something by 40%. First, convert it to a decimal by moving the decimal to the left twice, i.e. 40% equals 0.4. Has anyone thought about the continuous ant problem? Oh, I definitely have not. Get 1.4 and multiply the amount you want to increase. 1.4 times 13,250 equals something. Kind of Vsauce 2 video. Oh, okay. Everyone. I really was just posting. This person posted their attempt. Hmm. 10%. A percent is literally part out of 100. That's why it's called percent. It's in percent with cent being 100. I don't know if anyone else, like, it took me a long time to realize that percent literally meant per 100. But I felt like I had like a birthday is the day of your birth moment when I figured that out. Someone serious on RH that Peak Math is doing. It's not Sabuda, but I definitely haven't. Parts per 100. It's because like cent means 100, like a century is 100 years. And so cent is it's just another word for 100 as far as I know, or like the Latin root or whatever. Basically, yeah. Like if you have 10%, that means you take 10 things out of 100 total things, I guess. You don't think your birthday is always the day of your birth. Oh, well, yeah, it's true. It is once. Yeah, it's never literally the day of your birth. I thought you were talking about like leap year for a second, but you're right. You are only born once, as far as I know. Unless you believe in reincarnation, I guess. Then you could have multiple birthdays. Um, it's the same as the last problem. You take the percent and divide it by 100 and simplify. So you do 10 over 100 and simplify it. For the final one, there are 8 squares total. If 5 of them are unshaded, you have 5 out of 8 unshaded squares. However, this is a fraction, not a percent. So you have to do 5 over 8, or you have to do the division for 5 over 8 and move the decimal to the right twice to convert it to a percent. Okay. I've heard that Skirtle. I thought they like just got rid of that recently though. I feel like I saw something, like some kind of news article or something. Okay, yeah.